Welcome to Saints Talk, our 100th episode. And this week we're going to discuss the Saints versus the Jets, which was an L for the Saints. I'm your host, Richie Incognito. With my boy,
K Bizzle, the stat man, the stat man.
my boy,
Like Cash Janae.
my boy,
The one and only.
and what would that be?
Skip.
Thank you, and my boy.
Cal
You
Calloway.
already know it's Ed O. Jizzle.
Cal Calloway.
All right, let's get right into it, man. We got it now. I'm going to start it off. I'm going to make a lot of y'all mad with what I'm about to say. Drew Brees, he's declining. I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, he's declining. You know, all y'all going to act like a certain segment of the population and praise him and all this other stuff.
I don't do that.
Truth of the matter is he's declining. Sean Payton, don't come with them plays that you had year before last trying to run them now. They hip to us, bro. They know what we're doing. They hip to us. Change it up. I'm going to get back to my little points, but I'm going to let these dudes here express themselves first. KB, you got the floor.
Hello. All right. What I said last week on the pregame was we had to be able to block, which we didn't do, and we had to be able to stop Chris Ivory, which we didn't do. But the point of the matter is, I agree with him. Drew Brees is not playing at the level he should be, but it's key parts to that. Offensive line play, wide receivers not getting off the ball. So it's not just one person, it's a whole offense. So I just feel like we really got to fix some things offensively, because I thought the defense did enough to win the game, but the offense is just barely moving along. You know, we had some key injuries. We could have used Colston and Sproles, but we don't have them, and we got to step up. But the key to that game, I would say, is coaching. 3rd and short inches, you throw a pass out to the flat to the fullback. 4th and inches, you do a reverse to the 3rd string tight end.
Oh,
Something wrong with that, in my opinion. So I put the blame on the coaching.
Okay, but let me just say this about Chris Ivory. For those who are Saints fans, Chris Ivory was doing the same thing when he was here. That's why we should never got rid of him. So I'm not shocked or surprised that he did it. That's why I had him in fantasy and started him, because I knew he was going to get off.
But the Saints
But that was
not
my key to
gonna
this
never say
victory.
we made a boo-boo. You know what I'm saying? It's all politics. The reason why Ivory gone and Ingram still here. He a first-round pick.
We gave up.
We ran Reggie out of town with this pick. So, I mean, you know, they got to play him.
And guess what, America? It's going to happen again, because they're going to do the same thing next year with Cadet. And Cadet going to come back
Or Kyrie Robinson.
and kill him. Well, no, they're going to keep Robinson.
That's true, bro.
But they're going to let
That's true.
Cadet go. Cadet don't get no runs. He wouldn't have
Cadet
got
a
any
beast.
runs if
Cadet
Sproles
a
would play.
beast.
He is, but he don't get no runs. The same
Cadet
thing
a
going to happen.
beast.
Black Cash, your thoughts on the game?
I just don't want everybody to get all crazy just because we 6-2 out of 8 games. We 6-2 out of 8 games.
Should have been 80 no.
Should have been 8-0, but we 6-2 out of 8 games. And the Drew Brees issue that y'all keep talking about,
He's declining.
he declining. I don't believe that.
I don't believe it either.
I do believe
I don't
it's
believe
the
it.
offensive line. But as I say that, you gotta blame Drew Brees. You
Who
know
was
why?
the offensive line coach last year?
Time out. Let me finish this. You gotta blame Drew Brees for that. You know why? He set out all last year.
We had to pay him.
So instead of getting all that money he wanted, he could have paid Bushrod. He could have paid all the other offensive linemen
Carl
that
Nicks.
he wanted.
Goodwin.
So he got all that stuff going on because he wanted all that money, dog. It's all about that, dog. Look, we paid Roman Harper a whole bundle load of cash. Where he at?
He restructured his contract, so he's making a bare minimum.
He's not making
Not
no
making-
bare
Yes,
minimum.
he
I
is.
can put a
He's making,
salary up.
hold it up. He's making a bare minimum. He
I put-
restructured his
no,
contract
no,
at the beginning
no,
of
The
the year.
bare minimum of what?
The bare minimum of
Dog.
Crazy,
yes,
man.
he is. He's making a bare minimum.
Better be
No.
what he said.
Just let him
I-
talk. Let him talk. That's his thing.
Dog.
That's a lot of money.
And at the
I
same
said the bare
token,
minimum
dog,
of in stock.
same token, I feel like the offensive line, dog, it is what it is. We gotta roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
Got
We're
to.
6-2 with it.
Got to.
We gotta roll with it.
Got to.
I think the defense playing good for what we got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I mean,
agree.
we don't
I
have a
agree.
whole lot of talent out on the defense, but I think we playing above our means with the defense, dog.
I think so too. I really do. And I think as far as the Saints running game, we don't try to run the ball enough, man. We run one time, two times, then automatically it's passed. Here's the other stat, America. If your quarterback is throwing 50 passes, you ain't gonna win the game.
He go throw
The
2 picks.
percentage is low for you to win the game.
He go throw 2
We
picks.
don't
50
run the
passes.
ball. We don't run the ball. We don't try to run the ball. Sean Payton thinks that we can win passing. You can't do that because guess what? The Super Bowl this year is outside if we even get to the Super Bowl, which I'm going on record right now and saying the way they playing, we ain't going to the Super Bowl. We're getting the playoffs. Forget about Super Bowl. We're not going to do it. Carolina right on us, right on our heels. We got to do something.
We'll take care of that for you next week.
But we got to take a break, and we'll be right back with more Saints Talk versus Jets. Welcome back to Saints Talk. I'm your host, Richie Incognito. I like that name. We're going to go to my boy Skip for his thoughts on the game from
Thank
Sunday.
you.
Saints versus Jets.
Who was your offensive coordinator last year? I'm sorry, offensive line coach last year.
Aaron Cron,
Okay, where is he at now?
Chicago.
Okay, my point. Offensive line, he leaves, offensive line goes down. Also, Cash
Good
made,
point.
Cash made a good point where Drew Brees should have not taken all that money and paid the offensive lineman. So we're at the point where Drew Brees, and to piggyback off what this young man said, he is declining. He is declining in his performance. And Jabari Greer is garbage. Thank you.
Jabari Greer
It's garbage.
is top 10,
You crazy.
top 15,
You crazy.
the least.
You crazy.
He's one of the best corners in the league. I'm just keeping it real. Look at his play. He's one of the best corners in the league. I'm posed to you the question I posed to somebody else. Name me 10 corners that's better than him.
You have to give me time.
Richard Sherman,
That's one.
Cromartie.
Peanut Tillman,
That's two.
Cromartie,
3.
Cromartie. I don't know.
Hayden.
I don't
Joe
know
Hayden.
about Joe Hayden. Oh yeah, he underrated.
Give him that.
I don't know. We thought that was Reeves.
Patrick
Reeves.
Patrick Peterson.
Reeves.
Patrick Peterson.
I said I don't know
Reeves.
about
Reeves.
this year.
Come
Patrick
on, man.
Peterson. You did.
We can even
Oh,
do
you talking about
Brandon
Reeves?
Browners. Brandon Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Not this year.
Y'all talking about
Brandon
Reeves?
Brown.
Getting burnt.
That's 7.
Brandon Brown.
Brown, baby.
He
Tampa
had 7.
Bay exposed him. Tampa Bay.
One game.
He's at 7.
One game.
Browner?
You asked me the
Brandon
name.
Brown.
You asked me the name. So
Man,
me tell
that
you.
boy-
Brandon Brown.
Okay.
Browner a fool.
Brother getting burnt, bro.
Brown is a beast, man.
They was,
Brown.
but they'll
The reason Richard Sherman's so good is because of Browner.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Exactly.
I bet you.
Brandon
I bet
Brown.
Excuse me, clown type.
Vontae Davis.
Last year,
Vontae Davis.
That's
last year, Browner didn't even play the whole season. So how he made Richard Sherman?
I bet you I
He
can
said
name.
this year.
I'm just saying, dog.
No.
I bet you I can name 20 kickers better than Gary Hartley.
Oh, I can name 31.
31. Since we want to talk.
He made
Name
55 yards.
Just name one for me.
One.
Suck up. Suck up.
And that's what you do.
And let's talk about that. This dude missed 2 field goals. What the Saints lose by?
Bada bing. My point.
That's all I'm
And I
saying.
told y'all last week.
Drew Brees
that
threw
he
2
was-
interceptions.
I told y'all last week.
He threw it 50
Hartley
times.
One was a pass
cost us the
interference.
game.
One was a pass interference
Which one?
to Watson.
No, he threw it
That,
behind.
he
did
did
throw it behind.
He threw it behind.
Watson should have caught that.
Man.
That bounced off Watson's hand and he
grabbed
put it on
Watson
the
and-
court.
And
then-
on the tune, he should have caught.
All
Well,
right.
he admitted. In
So
his,
he gotta
post-game
throw the ball and
interview
catch
that
it?
He threw it wrong to him.
I catch it. Catch it.
What was the final score?
26-20.
And he missed 2 field goals?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Go
That's
see.
all
So
I'm
it's,
saying.
it's his fault that they lost. But it wasn't
No, it's
Jabari's
right.
fault.
Hey.
They lost in
Hey,
Green.
if he did his job.
When you
Come on, bro.
You get paid to do one thing.
To kick field goals.
Kick field goals. And you get paid good money to kick field goals.
Let me ask you this question.
When you miss a
When-
field goal, when a team
When
drives
Drew
the
Brees
ball,
throw an
when
intercept,
the team drives the ball
when
down
Drew
the
Brees
field,
throws an intercept, why
when the
don't Sean
team
Payton go to
drives
him and
the-
say anything about it?
He
No,
does.
he does not.
He always
He
goes.
does not.
He
No,
went.
he
He
does
went.
not. He'll say something like,
my point.
He always go to Drew Brees on the
Okay,
bench, dog.
okay.
he will never ever get his face and be
You
mad about it.
tripping? Yes, he
Crazy.
do. He ain't gonna cause no
You
scene.
crazy.
He
Let me
go
make
to
one-
the
Depending on the
bench.
format of the show.
Let me make one point.
crazy.
Let me
Okay,
make
make
one
your point, make it quick.
You have an offense that drives down the field and gets set up for points. When you miss a field goal, that's a momentum killer. Not
It
only
is.
do you have to block, you have to run, catch, throw the ball to get in a position.
Okay.
You come on the field to do one thing. Kick the ball.
Ask Houston.
All right.
Ask Houston.
A momentum kill is when you're driving down the field and you're throwing the ball and you throw it right to the other defender. And
Okay,
you know
but
that
we-
seems to happen.
But hold on,
That
hold on,
seems
hold
to
on,
happen
hold on,
quite
hold on.
often with Drew Brees.
Hold on, we have to give this man his time. Everybody else had their time.
One more
We gotta
thing.
Give him his time.
One more thing.
No.
Drew Brees
We
threw
gotta give
2
him his time.
interceptions, but he has to audible, get people in position to do things.
No, he doesn't.
Hardly miss 2 field goals. All he has to do is kick them.
And your perk, not your point, but your perk. Your perk.
Big difference.
What is your perk?
Come on.
Big difference.
We're getting close to a commercial break. And
See
we
what
may
you
have
say.
to wait till the break for you to
Nah,
say
he
what
got
you
it.
got to
Go
say.
ahead, man.
But I have to put this out here because every so often,
Every so often.
Get him.
folks seem to think they can come on my show and run
He's
things.
letting him know that
Every
this is
so
not his
often.
show.
Every so often. This young man right here, I gave you an extra second. He wants to take it out. When you're called upon, you speak. No call upon, no speak. Okay? This young man, when we say it's done, it's done.
Hey,
My show,
I went to
my
graphs.
rules.
I don't understand that.
We're gonna give you 1 minute, bro, to make your point. Speak.
He's a 49er fan.
What you thought about the game, bro?
Man, I'ma say like like my boy said, bro. They try to prepare for the game like Cincinnati did with Darren Sproles to Giovanni Bernard. He got hurt. The game plan went to squat, but they left out
Where you learn that at?
Kenny Stills, man.
Where you learn that at?
Use Kenny Stills.
But
You
that
dig?
means that you only have one
I mean-
person in your game plan.
Use Kenny Stills. They can't keep up with him. You can move him around, man. Move him around. Slide wide, man. Move him around, dog. Run the ball. You ran Pierre 9 times, dog. 9 times. Really? Come on, dog. Look how they ran that ball 18 times, man. Ivory down his throat, man. If you go fight fire with fire, man, put Pierre Torres, show him why
And they was
we
getting
sent
positive
you.
yards.
Show him why we sent you to New York.
They was
Because
getting-
we got this dude right here. You dig?
But Jizzle,
Bang.
hold that thought.
Hold it.
We're gonna go to a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more Saints talk. Saints versus the Jets.
100 episode.
Look, 100.
100.
Saints talk.